evening, everyone, and welcome to Movement Tonight. We've got a great show for you. A very special guest, Josh Sowell, is here. Our musical guest, a middle school band trying to play the theme song to 2001: A Space Odyssey. And now, your host with the most, the man with the plan, a guy you know as your student pastor, it's Josh Poteet. Hey, he's whispering.
Let's do this thing. Oh man, this is gonna be so good. Let's go. Hey, and welcome. This is The Movement Tonight. I am Josh Poteet, your host and student pastor, and I wanted to say thank you for tuning in. Hey, let's hear it real quick for our band, the Rockettes. Let's also hear it for our announcer, Mr. Chad Minshew.
Hey, I'm speaking.
Whether you are joining us on YouTube, through your TV, computer, smartphone, or maybe you're doing it like Moses did on your tablet. Whatever it is, we are glad that you are tuning in with us today. You'll notice that we do not have a live audience yet. The audience still laughs at my jokes. Just because you're not here doesn't mean that we can't pretend that I'm funny.
Oh, pretend.
Graduations all over the country are being pushed back. Some are even being canceled. Student pastors all over the nation are rejoicing. One way to ensure that your student ministry grows is to never allow any of your seniors to graduate.
I can't spell GED.
There are several things that I have learned personally through this current pandemic. 1, toilet paper is the new gold. 2, washing your hands, not just something your mom said sometimes. And 3, I deeply love touching my face.
I am lonely.
These are unique times. In an effort to create fun during our current situation, many individuals have needed to find creative ways to be entertained. The 2020 Summer Olympics might be able to help. In respect to our current situation, they have even redesigned their logo to encourage social distancing.
That is not 6 feet. Not even close.
They may be changing some of their events that people compete in. Some of the new events might even include Roomba curling.
That's a long video.
If you were hoping your literary abilities would finally have the chance to be showcased in this year's Summer Olympics, look no further than the Where's Waldo COVID-19 edition.
Oh, he's right there. He's by himself. You can see him right away. That's good.
A new kind of race has been discovered called the worm race. It's where you go head first into a sleeping bag and then you race against an opponent to the finish line.
Wow, that looks intense. Like camping.
Well, we are just so excited. We've got a great show for you tonight. As you can see, we are all dressed Zoom business professional. That is business up top. Thanks for joining us for The Movement Tonight. We will see you after a brief break with our non-sponsors.
And now for one of our non-sponsors, Taco Bell. When you don't want to cook and you're willing to risk your toilet paper supply, Taco Bell. Dude.
Welcome back. We are live here with Joshua Sowell. And Josh, let me just tell you, man, you are looking exceptionally Zoom business professional today.
Thank you. I tried. Got to be prepared for those interviews. Thank you for having me.
Come on. Hey, we're going to be playing a game called Water War. Have you ever played before?
I have not.
Okay, so this is a game where we're going to have cards in front of us. Our announcer, Chad Minshew, is going to bring them, and we're going to flip the cards just like in war.
Okay.
And the card that is higher wins that round.
Right.
The catch. We each have 5 glasses full of water.
Right.
Once you lose a round, or once you win the round, you're going to take a cup and you're going to splash the other person with the water.
Okay. I was wondering what that was.
The person who is without, yeah, it's happening. The person who is without cups of water at the end of the game wins.
Okay.
Consequence, The winner gets to use a water cannon to blast the other person.
You know you're losing today, right?
It's not happening. Trained my whole life for this moment.
Gentlemen, your cards. The word of the day is moist.
Thank you, Mr. Minshew. So, hey, I just want you to know, before we start, Chad is my friend. Don't look at the cards.
I'm just moving it.
Chad's my friend. Okay, he might have messed with, he shuffled it. He might have messed with it a little bit. Do you want to switch decks?
No. Nope.
All right, you sure? You don't seem sure.
I'm sure.
All right, you ready?
No.
1, 2, 3. Boom! Let's go!
So
Hey, Eddie, how's it?
You see what is next?
Woo! Oh, this is gonna be so
This
good.
is
I told you he was my friend.
This is ridiculous.
Hey, you wanna switch decks?
No.
Hey, I didn't think so. It's fine. It's totally fine. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Boom! I won with a 4! You're so bad at this! Hey.
All right. Okay.
That's for you, buddy.
Okay.
That's for you. Hey, bud. I told you he's my friend. You wanna switch decks? You're gonna keep your deck. I know, I'm reading you like a book. You're gonna keep your deck and you're gonna keep regretting it, and I'm in. I'm in your head.
No.
All right, you ready? This is so good.
This is
hey,
ridiculous.
Chad, you're my boy. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Boom! Let's go! Oh my gosh.
This is ridiculous.
Oh, it's so good. Oh man. Hey,
Might as well jump in a pool, huh?
Do you remember winning at things? Because that's what I feel right now. It's so good. It feels so good. All right, you ready? Hey, quick question for you, just for our audience, just trying to help. Do you want to switch decks?
Sure.
This was a huge mistake.
I know.
1, 2, 3. Boom! He switched the decks. He switched the decks.
Go for it, Josh. Go for it.
Hey, can you hold out your hands for me? Hold your hands up. Both of them. Hold your hands. Hold them. Hey, quick question for you. Do you want to switch decks?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a war. Josh, do you know what this means?
No.
Here's what happens in war.
Hopefully it means I don't get wet.
I think you're in trouble, man. Here's what happens in war. We threw the same card, and so
Right.
you and I were gonna throw 3 cards, okay? Face down, the last one will be face up. That last card is the only one that counts. And then that person wins the round.
Okay. I feel attacked right now.
You switch the decks. Man. Do you wanna switch the decks?
No.
Do you wanna switch the decks?
No. I mean, I'm already wet. Doesn't matter at this moment.
Do you wanna switch the decks?
Sure, Josh.
Hey. It's okay, buddy. Most of us have been, I've never been there, but most of us have been through something like this. All right, you ready?
This is a traumatizing
right.
experience.
2 cards down, 1 face up. Ready?
So it's down, down, up.
Down, down, up. Yeah.
Okay.
You ready? 1, 2. No! Ace is high. Ace is high.
Okay, I was like, what?
No, I changed my mind.
Nope.
Ace is low. Ace is low. Okay, hold on.
You prepare for this sacred moment? Of losing?
Listen, I'm not losing. Look at this score, guy.
Hey, there's more water in here than those 5 cups.
That feels sadly true. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an option. Okay. You can splash me with water,
Which I will.
or you can splash yourself with water and just end this thing
What?
right now. Okay. Okay. Hey,
What was the word for today? Moist? Moist? Feeling a little moist over there,
a
Josh?
little bit. That's all right. You feeling strong, Mr. 5 cups on your side? Let's go. You ready? Hey, quick
I'm not
question.
ready.
Quick question. I just genuinely, just want to know from the bottom of your heart. Do you want to switch the decks? It's only worked out once for you. One, 2, 3. Oh, dang it! Nope! I wasn't ready. All right. That's how we're playing? Gotta warm up my cup throwing hand.
Right.
All right, you ready?
Not really.
1, 2, 3. Dang it! Hey, Chad!
I believe
Chad!
it's my friend now.
All right. I'm ready.
You ready?
Mom,
now?
yeah, I'm
Are
not
you
scared.
prepared?
I'm not scared.
You ready?
I'm
Ready to
ready.
lose?
I'm ready. Thanks for that.
Somebody's gonna need a diaper after this one.
What does that even mean? All right. Count of 3. 1.
You want to switch cards?
Oh. No. I'm good. Do you? Do you? 1, 2, 3. Dang it!
The shoe is on the other foot.
Okay. This is how it is. This is how it is. You ready? I'm still winning. How's it feel to have twice as many cups as me? How's it feel? You ready? Hey, you want to switch decks? You've won a lot. I mean, odds are this is a win for me. You're right. I'm too far in your head. 1, 2, 3. How is this happening? I had a 4-cup lead.
Hope you like water.
Thanks, man. Thanks. All right. Score is 4-4. We each have 1 cup left. This is for the game. The most important thing I could ask you right now.
Is do you want to switch decks?
Do you want to switch decks? You can just hear the water just flowing off of me. Right now.
No.
It's terrible.
I don't want to switch decks. I want to switch decks. I don't want to switch decks. Let's go.
Hey, do you want to switch decks? No. 1, 2, 3. Boom! Let's go! Let's go! Hey, this is from my family! Hey, you want to pump this for me real quick?
No, I don't.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you after this food commercial with our non-sponsors.
Orbit Chewing Gum, our newest non-sponsor. I didn't know my breath was that bad until I put in a mask that kicked it back to my nostrils.
Welcome
And back.
Welcome back. We just finished, as you saw, the water war, and that was, how crazy was that? That was insane. Speaking of crazy, how crazy are these dryers here at the church? We're both in completely dry clothes right now.
I didn't even know we got new dryers. That's the thing. I just came up here fresh, dry. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. All right, so I just wanted to just ask, because I know that this was a sacrifice for you, making it onto the set for us. What is it like working on the set of Bad Boys 4 with Martin Lawrence? That sounds like so much fun.
I don't know. How has it been in Daddy Day Camp during this experience?
Josh, I'm going to be honest, I've got no idea what that means. All right. Have you, in our current situation, it's pretty unique. And so what creative, fun things have you come up with, Josh, in your spare time? What have you done that's fun?
Well, since I'm an artist, I have been drawing some of the people here at church, actually.
So who is your favorite person at this church to draw?
Seth Reed.
That's good. Any reason for that?
Actually, I've been putting together a portrait of all my closest friends here, which is kind of a.
Would you say that you're more of a Picasso, so it's abstract, or are you a realist?
Realist.
Could you paint me like Jackson Pollock?
I mean, if you pay me.
I'm not gonna pay you any money.
Got him.
Also, how do you find Will Smith in the snow? You check for the Fresh Prince.
Nice. Get it, Prince.
Yeah.
TS. That's good. So, Josh, with everything that's been going on, definitely a different environment. Some things have definitely shifted for you.
For sure.
As a senior, right? So prom, graduation, camps, all those things are either delayed or not happening. And so
Independence Day 2.
Also. And so what's that like for you? Tell us about that.
It's a very weird experience, I guess, because my brothers have been through a prom experience. My parents have been through the prom experience, and especially here in Texas, is different from Ohio, where I'm from. In Ohio, we don't do the whole weekend prom thing. We just have the dance and do that. But since both my brothers graduated in Texas, they got the whole weekend experience, which I would like to also have. But since this whole scenario came along with the COVID and all that, I won't have the opportunity to, which is upsetting. But also with summer camp, since I haven't been a long-term member in the church, I've only been here for 3 years, and I haven't gone on a summer camp trip, and that was supposed to be my big leaving kind of deal, going to summer camp, hanging with the guys and all that, and really just having that experience since I haven't gone on one yet.
Sorry, man, that's tough. So what are some things currently that you are looking forward to? Despite the things that you've lost, what are you looking forward to?
Well, I'm trying to just keep my eyes focused on all the opportunities I'll be having whenever I go to college, and all those things that I'll be able to experience. And I've actually been looking into churches and Christian groups and that are on campus, Christian organizations that I could become a part with to stay plugged in whenever I am in college.
It's awesome. I love the idea of getting prepared and setting up a foundation.
Yeah.
So that you're not just going in blind. I think that's really smart.
This church called Cross Timbers is a 35-minute walk from my dorm, so it'd be kind of close for me to go there and participate in the activities and community that they have built.
That's incredible. I love that.
Josh, do you think if you took a car, you could get there quicker?
Yes, I think if I took a car, I could get there quicker.
It's good, man. It's good.
What?
So, Josh, one of the reasons that I asked you to join us on the show, you're one of the students at the movement that I've seen a pretty dramatic shift in. I remember when I first met you and kind of where you were on your walk from what I had seen, right? And then watching just some significant shifts in your heart and in your pursuit and in your community. And so I just wanted to know, so what happened? What brought you to that point of maturity and pursuit of God?
I honestly feel like it was the people I was surrounding myself with. Like, I'm reading Proverbs right now, and it says, like, the company you keep will, like, define who you are. And, like, you'll become who you hang out with, basically. And I feel like since I've picked such an amazing group of people and, like, group of friends to help lead me and guide me in my path is what really helped me change and become better and more mature in my faith.
That's incredible. I love that. What about your community is different? Because, I mean, you've probably been a part of many communities growing up. Yeah. What's different about the community?
I believe, like, the different groups of people and friends that I've hung out with in the past were, like, their minds were set on more of worldly things. And I feel like that's the difference between the friends I've had in my past and my friends now. The friends I have now are more like their hearts are set on Christ and set on Jesus and really growing in their faith and helping lead others in their faith. So I believe, like, learning from them has helped me be able to teach others and grow myself.
That's incredible. I love that.
Thank you.
Is that something that you plan to continue when you go into college? Like, what's it look like for you to build that same community over there?
I've actually been, like, thinking and praying about that a lot lately because, like, I'm kind of having a hard time of, like, not cutting off my friendships here, but, like, being able to be so separated from them because they've, like, really become a big part of my life, and, like, having to make new friends like them. Mm-hmm. So I honestly don't have, like, a clear answer to that question, but all I can really say is, like, I'll try to implement myself in the Christian community there like I have here.
Love that. If you were to give just any advice to a sixth grader or seventh grader, eighth grader, just a student that is here for the next few years at the movement, what advice would you give them as someone who has kind of matured in community? What would you tell them?
I would say to, like, not take it lightly, like, the people that you have here and, like, the resources you have to help you grow in your faith. Like, be intentional with the things that you do because, like, whenever the day comes for you to graduate or move on to, like, the next place, like college or the first job if you don't plan on going to college, or, like, even a different area if you're moving, would be, like, to take it more seriously, to, like, really grow with the people here and allow them to teach you and be open-minded and open-hearted with what they're saying.
It's incredible. When you started diving into deeper community here and that started impacting you, did you have to say no to other people? Was it something that was kind of a natural fit, or was it like you had to kind of cut ties in other relationships to build relationships here?
In a way, yes, but it was kind of a natural fit coming into my senior year. But junior year was kind of like, my junior year was kind of cutting people off and, like, growing in the church and, like, cutting people off and growing in the church, because whenever I came into my senior year, the group of friends that I built at the church, they had all, in some faithful way, ended up at my high school. So they became, like, it was like community at church and community at high school. So it was kind of natural for me to be in the church and in the friend groups that I've had because they were basically with me every day outside of church.
Gotcha. I think that that's something that a lot of our students can probably identify with, is just the idea of having to choose relationships. Where are you going to kind of build like relationship and equity with people? Where are you going to spend your time? So how did you determine the people that you would press into relationship with versus the people that maybe you didn't dive into as deep of a relationship or even cut off relationship with? How did you determine that?
I would say I determined it by how much influence they had over me. Because if I were friends with a person that was a negative influence and they really like had that strong influence over me, I would choose to let them go and like really have to allow them to walk their own path and have God bring someone into their life to help lead them, because their influence over me was stronger than my influence over them.
Yeah, that's something I identify with personally. Just had a ton of negative influences in my life for a while, and it wasn't until I stepped away and stepped into the right community that my relationship with God really took off. And so just super grateful for your vulnerability and your willingness to share all that. That's awesome. Hey, let's hear it. Let's hear it for Joshua Sowell. Been awesome to have him on the show. Awesome to play Water Wars, and awesome to have you tune in with us tonight. We're going to be doing this every week. Every Wednesday night, there will be a new episode of The Movement Tonight. And so we want you to join us. Feel free to subscribe below. Otherwise, we'll see you next week.
Tune in next week where we'll grease up a cat and try to catch it.